name is Catherine Smart, and welcome to Smart Entertaining, where I'll show you how to take quality ingredients and combine them with simple techniques to make easy and delicious food for your friends and family. So today I am making my lemongrass chicken lettuce wraps. We have some fresh lemongrass, fresh ginger, a jalapeno, some lime, garlic, some chicken, bell pepper and onion, fish sauce, and sugar. So our first order of business is to make our sauce. So we're gonna start with our lemongrass. If you haven't used lemongrass before, it's a really great lemony vegetal sort of herb that is used in Southeast Asia. And you just wanna sort of peel off the outer layer. So when you have that outer layer out, we just need to roughly chop it because everything we're making today is gonna go right into our food processor, all the parts of our sauce, and so it's not really important that we get it super finely chopped. If you were not going to be processing this, you'd want to chop it up pretty finely because it can have a little bit of a woody texture even when you remove the outer leaves. So we're going to throw our lemongrass right into the food processor and start with our ginger. Now I'm making these lettuce wraps today because they are one of my favorite dishes. They're super easy to make, very flavorful, and I have some neighbors coming over for lunch to sort of just kick off the weekend. We're gonna go out to the bars later, we're gonna check out a football game, and I just wanted everyone to have something to snack on before we head out. So you can see using a spoon is a really easy way to remove the peel from your ginger. So again, just a rough chop because it's gonna go right into our food processor. Next, I'm gonna use a jalapeno. If you don't like spice, if you're not a big spice person, you can always remove the seeds, but I like a little bit of kick in the sauce, so I'm just gonna keep the seeds intact and give it a rough chop. For our garlic, just chop off the end and give the clove a smash with the back of your knife. You can take off the peel and just throw that whole thing right into the food processor. We're actually going to use 3 cloves of garlic. So I'm just squeezing in some fresh lime juice. I just use my hands. There's no seeds in limes like there are in lemons, so you don't have to worry about that. So we've got our jalapeno, our lemongrass, our garlic, our ginger. I'm gonna add a little bit of fish sauce, and fish sauce is used really frequently in Southeast Asian dishes. This is Vietnamese fish sauce, and it's just a really nice savory, salty sort of umami flavor. And to counteract that, we're gonna add some sugar. That's a really common thing again in Vietnamese, Cambodian dishes. You have your salty soy sauce or fish sauce, and then you add your sugar to sort of balance that out. And then we're gonna throw in some fresh cilantro. And this is gonna give the sauce this really nice bright green color and a lot of flavor. And then I like to just throw in a squirt of oil to sort of loosen up the sauce a little bit. This is actually grapeseed oil, but you can use any neutral flavored oil that you have on hand. And if all you have is olive oil, that's perfectly fine too. Okay, so now we're all done with the sauce. We're just gonna transfer it into a bowl so that it's really easy to scoop on into our finished stir fry when we're done with it. So I wish you could smell this right now. It is absolutely delicious. We have our lemongrass, we have the spicy ginger and jalapeno, the smell of the garlic and the cilantro. It's such a delicious kind of flavor bomb. Okay, so we have our oil, it's getting nice and hot in the pan. I'm just gonna add our chicken. We're gonna stir fry this at about medium-high heat. Once your pan is nice and heated up, you can turn it down a little bit. I like to add a little bit of salt to the pan just to get the seasoning penetrating the meat. Starting to brown on the bottom, you're gonna know when it's ready to turn over because it'll just easily release from the pan. If you're jamming away there, it means it's not ready to turn. So we're gonna let this cook about another 2 to 3 minutes. We're looking at about 5 minutes total. We just wanna cook the chicken most of the way through. Okay, so now our chicken is just about cooked through. You wanna be very careful not to overcook your white meat chicken. Another good tip is you can always use dark meat chicken. It tends to be less expensive and it's a lot harder to overcook. So now I've had some chopped up onion and bell pepper, and we're gonna add those to our pan. Now they're only gonna take 1 to 2 minutes because we really wanna keep the integrity of that nice, crisp, sweet vegetable. We don't want them to cook all the way down. It's gonna be a lovely sort of textural contrast between the chicken and the bright, crunchy vegetables. So we're gonna cook this, like I said, 1 to 2 minutes until it just starts to soften. So now we're gonna add our sauce. This is the final step. And once that ginger and garlic and lemongrass hits the pan, everyone is gonna come running into your kitchen because it is such a delicious smell. And I love the color contrast here with the bright green of the sauce with the cilantro, and you have the bright bell pepper. It's such a beautiful dish. Okay, so to serve this, I just like to put everything out and let my guests help themselves. I've taken some Boston lettuce leaves and just spread them out. And then in the middle, I have rice noodles. You can find those in the Asian section of your grocery store. You just soak them in some boiling water for about 5 minutes and they're good to go. You could also use white rice or brown rice, or if you're not into eating carbs at the moment, which has never happened to me because I'm a carb addict, you can just skip them altogether. So to build these, and I'm going to take a taste before my guests arrive just to make sure they're extra delicious. You take a little bit of these rice noodles, and they can be a little bit sticky, but I have clean hands, and just make sure your guests do too. Add a little rice noodle. I like to top it with some of the stir fry. Make sure you get some chicken, some onion, some pepper in there. And then I like to top it with just some roasted salted peanuts for extra crunch. And we are gonna dive right in. These are messy to eat, I'm warning you. I love playing with Southeast Asian flavors because they're so well balanced. You have the lemongrass, you have the cilantro, which adds this really sort of vegetal, yummy, bright flavor. You have the fish sauce with a really umami sort of savory flavor. I love playing with flavors from all over the globe, but the one thread that really ties all my recipes together is that they're very easy, they're doable, and they're simple and fun to make, because I know that the secret to having a great party is a relaxed and happy host. If I'm having a good time or you're having a good time, you know that your guests are going to be having a good time too. I'm Catherine Smart. Thank you for watching Smart Entertaining. I'm going to go fix myself a drink and enjoy the party.